Hello all, and welcome back to the Minecraft Scorched Earth mod development vlog. And I've been thinking, you've probably heard of one of these already, because they're not that uncommon out there in world. But what about if the Eye Lord was a forward-moving blade-running robotic crab spider? At least for an exercise anyway. Or maybe there could be different forms of Eye Lord. But anyway, getting ahead of myself. So when it comes to these mechanical shapes and things, I'm definitely better at them because, well, I can think them through in a kind of engineering way, an engineering approach, rather than trying to make things that are vaguely organic, which is definitely a time sink for me at this point. As I say, I'll be definitely having a go at all that, the organic bio, the bio part of the mechanical, the biomechanical, yeah, well, I'll be definitely doing that, but it's not a priority at the minute. I'm going to run with the mechanical side of things to keep the momentum up at these early stages. So I'm not going to say it's the best design of leg. It's kind of a dragging leg, and it's actually the front leg. So it's the right front leg, Mark 1. And this is what I mean, it's like engineering into it. You can put it together with hinges and bolts and things like that. It has two ways it can move. So it can extend its leg forward and pull backwards like that, and also it can raise and lower its leg on the hinge. But I'm also using this leg on the back, and I'm using it to sort of push like that. So as you can see, if you look, there is an issue here, and it's because it wasn't made to go that far, so it intersects there. I'll just make a back leg. Besides, the back legs need a bit more, well, to be quite honest with you, all the legs need a bit more thought. But the question is, how far can we take this basic leg into an animation that actually looks somewhat plausible, like this thing is moving forward like a forward-moving blade-running robotic crab spider? Oh baby. So here he is with the legs copied around. Now his arms look super weedy. And of course, there will be some changes to him. But I do kind of like him in his weird little weedy-armed, muscular-legged way. I'll probably show the process of how I make the legs and stuff when they get a bit more complicated and actually are something that I'm happy with, because these are far from that, but they'll serve the purpose for now. And also, as I've been adding more stuff, the proportions of Neo Leo are all out of whack for what I'm going for. And again, this is what this process of pushing on with the the screen eye design is all about. And although it all started as a bit of a joke, I'm actually starting to think that I did mention it in the last video, but the screen eye, the screen that can show an eye but could show other things and stuff, it's definitely got something to it that I can develop. So, although it was a joke, and kind of still is a joke, it isn't a joke, if you know what I mean. It isn't a joke. Yeah, I'm starting to think that maybe doing this so fast like this has started to melt my brain a little bit. Too much, too fast. But still, I must continue. I must persevere. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a mess around with this. Because what I want here, I want to try doing like a sliding bone back leg. It was just sort of a hack for the time being, like that. That's what I want to do. But the thing is, because it was just a bit of a hack solution for now, I don't know how long I'm gonna keep trying to do it. Although I do want to know how to do a sliding bone. Finding it difficult because of the pivots in this case. I'm sure I've got things wrong with this. I'm not gonna worry too much for now. As time passed, the blade running characteristics started to come out. And I'm not saying that this was... it might work on some mob, but just for the way this is gonna... You see, until this is in the game, and I see it walking, I don't really know. So I'm just messing around at this point. It's all for the lols, really. I knew it'd be a challenge because, well, trying to get a natural looking walk, especially with such basic limbs, it were always going to be, but also, I don't think I'm skilled enough yet to use more complex limbs, so it's simplified. Here I did try a more conventional walk, but then I thought, no, let's crab it. Let's do that forward crabbing. At least for now, because these legs, that's what they're kind of made for. It's as I say, I'm sure I've got some of these, these pivots wrong and I'm making life difficult for myself. But that's exactly why I wouldn't call this a tutorial per se. A tutorial per se. Yes. Yes, indeed. Well, no, not indeed. I wouldn't call it a tutorial at all. Not even slightly. So, of course, everything that I was talking about in the last video about, how I'd paid attention to making sure that things don't really move at a constant rate. Well, a lot of it's gone out of the window. I mean, there is some of that, but to be quite honest with you, at the minute I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible. So, I mean, the legs do snap down to the ground a bit, but I haven't added that many points and really gone to town on that kind of thing. But it is kind of robotic, so I don't know. But I think it's the completely wrong thing for, well, it's a walk, it's a style, it's a thing, but I'm going to keep experimenting with this because what about if it was more like a sort of the back legs moved more like a bunny hop kind of thing, and it sort of lunged and jumped a bit. See, it's not a spider, and it's not a crab, and I am not a 3D modeler, as you know. So, well, now I'm just going to say it, I am well out of my comfort zone, completely. Yeah, that's not going to work doing that. But it is kind of cool how you can sort of layer these animations in a way, just to get some rough ideas. I mean, it works better if they're all the same length. But still, let's just make it so it does loop to some extent. I mean, the legs are going at a different length. You'll see they'll snap sometimes, but it's like that, but it's just because I want to keep this on its own animation layer for now, and I haven't decided. Well, I just haven't matched it in length. Worry later, But I want it to grab. Because it should be able to grab, If it can't grab, then what is the point in even existing? I mean, honestly. But yeah, I'm thinking probably like a quad claw design, instead of just those little nippers like that. But I'm also thinking that the top section needs to be able to swivel round and all kinds of things, Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Or myself. Or Leonard's self. For the sake of Leonard. Oh, for Leonard's sake. And I'm all for, both arms doing it, but come on, do they have to move at exactly the same time? All the time? Probably, but not in every animation, so let's try not doing that. Let's try staggering them a little bit. It's just getting a bit unwieldy in that outliner over there. I need to be a bit more organised. See, now it's actually becoming some kind of, well, definitely a lot more complicated than Leonard. Yeah, it's getting a bit unwieldy in that side panel, and it's becoming obvious why you need to be organised. I knew that day would come, so I am prepared. Well, I mean, I'm prepared to change my ways at some point. But right now, it is what it is. This is rapid prototyping. That's what this is. Research and development. Rapid prototyping. Bit of the old R&D. Gotta get some of them buzzwords thrown in. For good measure. That's how you know it's a professional project. A professional endeavour. led by a professional team. We're going to say we a lot as well. We've done this and we've done that. We've implemented this epic thing. Even if it's just me doing it, it's, and nothing will ever change. Even if more people get involved, we'll just keep saying we. Because in the modern age, it's all about presentation. If you've got a tooth missing, forget it. You're out the door. You're out the door, kid. Nope, forget it, you're gone, son. No ifs, no buts. Why? Well, because they don't like you. They don't like you. Yeah, it's us against them, kind of thing, playing to all the tribal nature of it, or really lean into those tribal aspects. Really stir up some controversy. The old controversy. Yeah, get everyone swarming in, watching videos. Really get the hype train going. No. Obviously none of this is me being serious. None of it. It's just my way of coping with all this intense crash course that I'm putting myself through for the whole 3D modelling thing. Well, I had a little mess around and, well, I had a go. It came out better than I ever imagined it would. And I'm not saying it's brilliant, but yeah, it's got, well, I call it the bunny hop back legs, but there's other animals that move like that, but yeah, it sort of drags itself and the back legs sort of make it jump a little bit, and yeah, it sort of gallops along. It's not a walk, it's more of a crab lunge, with the regular posed arms grabbing, just layered on top. The two animations added together. But it's something. It's definitely looking more like an iLord, or more like it's living up to its name a bit more, but obviously its name's subject to change. But you know what I mean? It implies it's powerful, and it definitely looks more powerful, I'd say. So in terms of how this exercise has panned out, I don't think it's gone too badly. I mean, there is definitely stuff that can be improved, but as I say, until it's in the game, I don't know exactly what it's going to look like anyway, so I'm just making a few different things, getting some practice in. We'll see where it leads. And I've sort of staggered the back legs a little bit. I was just experimenting. I'll probably get rid of that. Anyway, yeah, I'm starting to get a bit more adventurous. Still got ways to go, but definitely some good stuff learnt. So I'll wrap it up here. If you like this content, feel free to comment, like, share and subscribe. You know the deal. And until next time, this has been Tactical Panther.